Hello, hello. Welcome to another live stream. Another wonderful Monday. We're going to continue working on this guy. Got a little bit to do. I don't know if it's going to last a full 2 hours, but we're going to see. We'll noodle with it. Let's see where we're at. Let me just do some housekeeping. My internet's kind of being slow. Hopefully this works. I don't know why it's being so slow. There it goes. All right. Let's see. Okay. Done. All right. Hey, Neil. Hey, me. How's it going? All right. So this is where we left off 2 weeks ago. I took a day off for Memorial Day here in the US. So now we're back in action, ready to rock and roll. Now, it's always interesting coming back to models like this after so long because I can immediately see that his eyes are too big and things like that, and I want to fix it. So let's fix his eyes. How's the sound and how's the music, you guys? Can you hear it okay? Let's see here. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Oops. Looks like Fester with these masked eyes. Needs a light bulb in his mouth. You guys might not know who Fester is. Unless you're old like me. All right, okay, cool, thanks. All right. Shrink these down. Oh, hey, it's what I need. Okay, let's try it out. I want to shrink them from the front of the eye, not the inside of the eye. Really enjoyed the training session yesterday. That one was easier for me to follow than anatomy one. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So the anatomy one was tricky because it's so advanced that I didn't know where to put it in the challenge lineup, right? But it naturally follows the blockout order of, because it is a blockout unto itself. So I felt like I could teach it then, and then you could kind of browse through it and get as much out of it as you can, and then move on, and then when you're ready, come back to it and watch it again. Okay. Gomez Adams, brother. I couldn't remember. Yeah, that's who it is. All right. And thanks for that psychedelic furs post you did the other day, Neil. That was perfect. That was just what I needed that day. So good. Hope everybody is doing well today. It's another nice sunny day here in Utah, is where I'm from. It's we're kind of going through a drought, and I'm kind of concerned about the drought, but let's see here. That feels better. I just need to make his eyes more round now. Not the eyeball itself, but just the opening. Yeah, Neil, I hope I explained more and it was, a little more understandable, I guess. I don't know how to say it. Let's see, turn this. I'm just going to try and carve out. Oh, goodness. sometimes my menu doesn't show up. If ever you're modeling in your menus, if you have a custom menu, it doesn't show up, all you have to do is go to Preferences, Config, and then Restore Custom UI, and that will fix it. I'm Ian today, huh? Okay. So Ian streamed last night, and if ever anyone misses a live stream, like they don't stream, it takes up and everything kind of moves forward or back, whatever you want to call it. It's not that they got the name wrong, it's that somebody missed their time to stream. So then it's like everybody gets named wrong after that until they fix it. I don't know if Ian missed his stream or not, but okay. There we go. There we go. All right, that's what I wanted. Is this the size? It's the first time I've had to go larger with the triangles. Okay. He did not miss. I didn't think so. So I don't know. Maybe somebody before him was he? I guess since I have his name, he probably was named wrong too. So it must have been someone before him. That's interesting. Okay, this is a good resolution right here, I think. Let's just kind of paint around the eyes there. And what I'm doing here is kind of based off of what I talked about. Hey, Darktist, we were just talking about that. I'm not Ian, I'm Shane. As you can see in my frame, right? Where? Over there? In my lower frame. Pixologic got the name. Yeah, somebody must have missed their stream time. But do you ever retopologize or remesh your sculpts for printing? I will decimate them, but I won't. And sometimes I will Z-remesh them, yes, but I won't retopologize them by hand. Not usually, unless I'm going to use it for animation. Okay, I'm just gonna. Hey Mark, what's my count right now? Are you talking about my poly count? The answer is I don't know. But it's looks like total points for the whole scene is 283,000. So not even a million, not even close. I was listening to your 80s playlist and the Ghost in You came on and I was like, oh yeah. Nice. You lost weight? Are you in a diet? I changed my eating habits, yes. I went whole food plant-based about a year ago, March. So it's been about a year. But thank you so much for noticing. I've lost about 45 pounds. I'm feeling pretty good. I would recommend it to everyone and anyone. Particularly, and I'm just going to throw this out there if you want. There's this book called the Starch Solution. By Dr. McDougall. I would highly recommend that book or his YouTube channel. And that's all I'll say about that. I don't like to push my agendas onto people. But since you asked. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to a different material so we can see this a little better. Hey, what's up, Tom? How you doing? Sorry I haven't commented on your leprechaun, Tom. I just wanted to say that I really, really like how he turned out. He's awesome. So this material is called ZBrush Gray. I actually have two of them. There's ZBrush Modeling and ZBrush Gray. And ZBrush Modeling is a little greener, like has a little yellowish green in it. And these are matte caps, and the shadowing and stuff they're just a little bit different depending on the material. I like to switch materials while I'm sculpting just so I can see things that I maybe didn't see before. Oh, thank you so much, Neil. Yeah, it's just, so now, since you said that, Neil, just to let people know, I teach an online course. It's called the 3D Character Workshop. And I've been updating it quite a bit lately. I'm working on, because it's been almost 4 years since I launched the course, and I'm updating it a lot. And I'm basically creating a series of 12 weekly challenges. And we're on we're kind of on week 3 right now. It's the 3rd weekly challenge, but I've been doing a weekly challenge and then a review the following week. So it's actually like every 2 weeks. But when I finally get it all done, it should be weekly. So, and then I'm just kind of doing, these weekly challenges, and they build upon each other, and it's working out really well. I've been enjoying it quite a bit. So, and it sounds like the students have too. I have a lot of my students in here. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. So the first weekly challenge was blocking out a Saturday morning cartoon character. And the second one was blocking out stylized anatomy. And the one I did just yesterday was what to do with your block out when you're done with it, like how to stitch it together. And my nephew loves ants. Any tips on 3D printing? If you're going to be doing an ant, just make his legs thick enough that it'll support the weight of the body. Yeah, just make it at least, I would say at least 3 millimeters thick, the legs and the antenna. So, what's the difference between matte caps and other materials? Matte caps have the lighting built in. They're called material capture, and they have the lighting built in. If you click on this material over here, you can see this says matte cap materials right here. These are all material captures, which, like I said, have the lighting all built in. And then down here, standard materials, these will actually work with the lighting that's inside of ZBrush. So if I click on, say, this basic material right here, and then I go up to these lights, I can grab this little dot on this sphere and I can move it around, and it'll adjust the lighting on the character. If you have a matte cap, this lighting will not affect the sculpt. So that's the main difference. Yeah. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Any tips on making articulated joints? The only thing I could say about that, because I don't do it very often, is Paul Bennett, I think his last name is Paul Bennett, from Hasbro, did a really nice presentation at the ZBrush Summit 2 years ago, and he talked about articulated joints. So if you find that on YouTube, that's a good one. And you can actually hear me ask him to demo, because I was there and I asked him live. I'm like, hey, can you show us how you do that? It's kind of a inside joke there. And he did. He demoed it. He's a nice guy. Hey, Ronit, how's it going? Let's see.
And without further...
Yep, that's the one. Oops. Thanks, Neil. How long have I been working in ZBrush? I want to say 13 years, maybe. At least 10 years. I worked for Disney Interactive for 10 years. And I worked on Disney Infinity. Okay. I want to start getting this. I want to stitch his ears in, actually. I think it's a good time to do so. I want to roll them back a little bit more. These are such funny ears. I love them. Okay. Hey, Senna, I'm doing well, thanks. Thanks, Mark. I loved your Venom for Infinity. Oh, thanks. You have almost all their figures. What is that brush that you're using? Which brush? I guess I wasn't paying attention to which brush I was using. So all these brushes down here that you can see, these are brushes that I made that were built off of other people's brushes. It's kind of a shared thing. And you can get all these brushes for free if you go to my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. Scroll about halfway down and you can see a place to enter your email and get these brushes for free. So if it was any of these brushes, these are brushes that I made. Oh, Nick Weil and Judy Hops. I did not make either one of those. I think Nick was made by Matt Thorup, who is also another live streamer on here on the Pixologic live streaming channel. When do we get ZBrush Mobile? I don't know. I don't work for Pixologic. I'm just I just demo ZBrush. Let's see. Why does it say I'm Ian Robinson? Because someone must have missed their stream time and it moved all the names up. Oh, pinch brush? Yeah, this is the pinch brush. Okay. Just gonna make an ear cup back here. Yeah, if somebody misses their stream time, all the names get moved up. And Ian streams, Ian is also a student of mine, but he streams Sunday nights. Ian is awesome. He's a good one to watch if you're into stylized characters. Okay, let's see. Let's stitch these together. After I save it first. Did you use live Boolean to merge the ears or any other technique? I haven't merged them yet. I'm going to, and I'm going to use remesh by union, which is kind of a, it's part of live Boolean, but a different. You don't Boolean anything together. It just works with stitching. I'll show you how to do that really quick here. Where is my? Delete this one. There they are. Okay. Merge down. There we go. They got to be in the same subtool in order to stitch them together. Like so. Okay. And then basically you just go, you have to put your gizmo in the center of the world. So I turn off symmetry and then I hit this button right here. Oops. Supposed to hold down Alt. Okay, and then I reset the orientation of the gizmo, turn symmetry back on, and then I go click on this gear and it's right here, remesh by union. And that will stitch everything together. And you can kind of see it. You can see it stitched right here. Okay, and then when you're done, you just go here and say accept, and then turn symmetry back on. I remembered, Neil. Now they're stitched together. And then you can smooth it out. Like this. You took Ian's slot. Is all the information in the description his? I don't know, Mark. If you want to check out my information as far as like my course and stuff like that, you can go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com. That's awesome, Diego. I'd love to see you in there. Now's a great time to join. And I will be, after I get all this new training done, I will be increasing the price. So now is a fantastic time to join. Before I do that. And right now I'm doing training every other week. And the course also comes with an amazing community. I say it's amazing because the students in there are just awesome. So I can show you a sneak peek of it. I do sometimes because I like to show off the student work. So this is what the community looks like. So there's people working on their stylized anatomy. There's people working on some Saturday morning cartoon blockouts. Yeah. Because we just did some anatomy training not too long ago. This is a lot like ZBrush Central. It's built off the same kind of platform. But yeah, lots of anatomy going on right now in there. So super cool. Very, very active in there. Oh, it's not on the screen? Oh, crap. Okay. Duh. And there's a 20-second delay, too. So, okay. And the reason why is because I had to show a window. Here, let me show you one more time. Because it's with OBS, otherwise I get that weird text on my cursor. So let me turn off my window. There you go. Now you can see it. I have a top row. But outstanding characters I'll put up there, and then I'll publish them to social media so people can see them. Yeah, really, really great stuff going on in there right now. But you can see all the anatomy work and some Saturday morning cartoons, like this Yosemite Sam. Awesome. Yeah, very, very cool stuff. Yeah, so here's the stylized anatomy blockout challenge. Saturday morning cartoon blockout challenge. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, yeah, it'd be great to see you guys in here. Hey, Matt. Okay, let's turn this window back on. Okay. Sorry, I'm taking a little more time on this guy because I have the time to take. Make his chin a little shorter. All right. Oh, awesome, Matt. How's that going? Hopefully it's going well. Did you like the training yesterday? That was kind of a crazy one because it's hard to turn that one into a challenge since it's so like technical, you know? So I hope people will get enough out of it. Hey Cakester, how's it going? I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Awesome, Matt. That's what I like to hear. Very cool. Okay. Let's get some, I want to put a little bit of color on this guy. Yeah, let's put some color on him. Feeling you get when that, get that confidence boost for sure. Going well. Oh, make it look so easy. Printer's ready for week 12. Awesome. I don't even know how far that puts us out there. It's like winter of 2022 or something. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Let's go back to skin shade 4 and let's fill this with a, let's find a skin tone. Maybe, let's see. Sometimes I just gotta see if I like it. Make him a little darker today. Yeah, what printer? Okay, that works, I think. Let's fill this in. Oh, a Saturn. Okay, have you printed anything with it yet? I just picked up a Form 3. I'm really excited about it. My resin should be showing up today, actually. Hey, Shaswada, how you doing? Oh, thanks, Senna. So even though color works with Sculptris Pro, I like to turn it off when I'm doing color. Is it possible to have multiple custom UIs? Yeah, you totally can. You want one for realism, one for stylized? Yep, you can. You can actually, as long as you can put them in the cycle of user interfaces. What doesn't mean anything to you, Mark? Like what kind of printer or what kind of? I would just, my advice is go with a resin-based printer. They make a lot of them now for very cheap. I would look at Anycubic is a really good priced printer, like the Anycubic Photon. I have one. I haven't printed anything on it, but and then the Mars printers and Saturn. They're all named after planets, I guess. And then you guys can help me out in the chat. Some other good ones. And then if you're really wanting to go higher end with your printers, you can get into the Formlabs printers, which they go up into the thousands. So like the Anycubic Photons, those are in the hundreds of dollars, and Formlabs printers are in the thousands of dollars. Elegoo, yeah, Elegoo Mars. That's a good one. Just giving this guy some skin tones. Yep. If you're wanting to go super cheap, well, even the latest Anycubic resin printer is like $100. I can't believe it's $100. It has a really small print volume, but still, it's $100. That's like competing with the extrusion printers, the printers you'll see that have a spool of plastic where it feeds through a hot tip and melts the plastic in layers. That one, those kinds of printers are fun for prototyping, and the plastic is cheap. So if you're wanting to make larger stuff like helmets and things, you know, just for like cosplay pieces, those kind of printers are really fun to use. But if you're going to be doing stylized characters like the ones you see behind me right here, these are printed out of resin on a large, like this is a Form 2 printer. This one right here was printed on a Pegasus. I don't even know if they still make printers anymore, maybe. And then this is also a Form 3. And this one's a Form 2. Yeah. Creality, I don't know what that is. Is that a printer? Is color printing with texture is a possibility yet with vinyl resin? It is, but those printers are crazy expensive. So if you look at the prints that come out of, oh, what's the name of that forge where you can make your little D&D minis? Is it Iron Forge? Iron Forge? I'm trying to remember. Anyway, you can have them print your D&D character out. Like you can pick parts and pose it and have them print it in color. So, Creality is a filament. Oh, I don't use filaments, so I wouldn't know. I use resin. Hero Forge. Thank you, Druff. Okay. Hero Forge. Hero Forge is awesome. I love what they're doing. I love it. Because I'm a D&D nerd, so I'm glad to see them stay in business because they have a really cool business model. Just gonna warm up his neck a little bit. Hello, Ian. First of all, I'm not Ian, even though it says I'm Ian. I'm Shane, but nice to meet you. Is the character making really different in big studios like Disney or DreamWorks, or is it kind of the same like we all character artists do, like sculpting, retopology? It's kind of the same. I worked for Disney for 10 years in video games, and yeah, this is how I did it for the most part. And I know that like my buddy Dylan Ekren that works at Disney Infinity, he does, or Disney Feature, sorry, I say Disney Infinity too often. Disney Feature, well, he used to work at Disney Feature. They create characters the same way, but just their end result is a little different because they use subdivided meshes, whereas in games you can't use subdivided meshes. You have to use map baking. Let's go kind of a purple indigo blue. It's funny how everything changes so you can see what color I'm using. Who doesn't love D&D, right, Mark? I have an Anycubic Photon Mono SE, and when I print, it leaves lines that are very visible. What could be the problem? The resolution of the printer is the problem. I don't know if you can turn up the resolution on that printer. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of give him a purplish chin. Yeah, no worries, Ivo. And then I paint back over it with the skin tone again to kind of kick it back. There we go. All right, let's get his eyes. Now, this is a tip for you guys. Don't ever use 100% white or 100% black in your colors. Always, like you can see, I picked a color down in here. It's not up there. It's down in I usually do like a yellow or an orange or a reddish in the eyes. It'll just look more natural instead of like glowing dead eyes. Okay. And for these brows, let me grab this color. I can't draw, so it makes it hard to do concept art. Is it okay to sculpt from your mind, or do I need to draw concept art still? So like I said, I've been in this industry for 22 years, 23 years. I'm not a concept artist myself. I'm a 3D character modeler, and I model other people's concepts. So I don't draw concepts myself. I always look for or hire my, somebody to make a concept for me, and then I model it. This is just like what I'm doing right here. And that's kind of where your value as a 3D character artist comes from, is how well you can interpret a drawing. I'm loving the new Chisel organic brush. It is Hero Forge in a brush. Oh, absolutely. So you said that and Zizu, which is Hero Forge and animals in a brush. So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I made all of those Zizu animals. The Pixologic commissioned me to make those, and so that was a lot of fun. Not every single one, but the majority. So like I'd say 90% of them. Barely available. Yeah. If somebody misses their stream time, the names get messed up. Because there's multiple streamers that stream on this Pixologic live stream channel, not just me. There's actually quite a few, and if you go to, if you do a search for ZBrush Live, you can find the schedules. So, let me see. Hold on a second. You just do a Google search for ZBrush Live, and then let me turn off my window. Okay, so if you go to this ZBrush Live, it's pixologic.com/ZBrush Live. If you go there, you can find the calendar, presenters, and you can also watch it live here. But if you go to presenters, you can see all the presenters right here. These are all the people that stream live on this Pixologic live stream channel. And like here's myself and Ashley, Thomas Whittleback. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. And if you're interested to see when anybody is streaming, you can either click on their links, or like I said, you can go back to the calendar and see who's coming up. So like tonight is Thomas. He does jewelry. A lot of these people have different things that they focus on. So like Paul also focuses on stylized characters, but Spicer's more of a realistic guy. Mike Thompson is more of a realistic guy. Yeah, there's so many different sculptors on here. It's great. What a great resource. So, okay. I do want to learn to draw and create my own concept. Stylized characters will be a hobby, as realistic creatures are what appeal to me the most. So yeah, I would get your skills up before you start modeling your own concepts, especially if you can't do concept art yourself. Yeah, you just need to practice and get better. I'm more of a 3D guy. I don't draw as much as I used to as a kid. I used to draw a lot as a kid, but I just don't do it much anymore. My brain is in the 3D world, so that's where it's at. Hey Maker JP, how's it going? Well, thanks, barely available. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get some, I had the color and I lost it. I kind of want this guy to be kind of a older, grayer guy. So maybe I want to go into the grays here. Maybe just a tiny bit brown. Yeah, that works. Okay. Hey, Noah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I need to. I've just been super busy with all this new training I've been doing. I apologize for that. Okay, let's see. Let's give him some pupils. It's all cross-eyed. Funny. Good to know that you don't have to be able to draw in order to create. I mean, it helps. It helps. So, because the skills transfer. So, you know, like anatomy knowledge, if you know anatomy and it, then you can draw anatomy and sculpt anatomy. It's kind of the same thing. It's just anatomy knowledge in general. Let's go split this up. Oh, nice. Tom said, the people who work on my concepts do a much better job and most of them cannot draw. Yeah. I couldn't draw my way out of a wet paper sack. I like that saying. Move these down just a little bit. It's funny because that eyeball coming through there, it kind of looks like a highlight. Okay. I don't like how thick his eyelids or eyelashes are. I just want to skinny that up a little bit. Okay. I actually want to give him an upper eyelid. He doesn't have one right now. I don't know why I didn't put one in. I usually do. Hold on a second. My daughter's messaging me. I had to tell her I'm streaming, sorry. Matt, I want to see how many people post their, you know, their next level. And if I get a whole bunch of results, then I'll do another feedback stream, but if not, then I'll move on to the next training. Cakester. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit more time on this guy than I usually do. Because I have a little more time than I usually do. Right? Slowing down a little bit. Okay, so let's see here. Be too close. Do it again. Sorry, I like to turn my sculpts to the side because I'm right-handed and I have one good arc in my right hand, and so I line up my sculpt so I can get that nice curve. There we go, that's better. Nice. I can come by with pinch. Now I don't have Sculptress Pro turned on my pinch brush because it would kind of fight itself if I did. And you can turn off Sculptress Pro on any brush inside the brush menu. Puff this out just a little bit over here. One more question. Is it necessary to have that cartoon type of character in my portfolio if I want to work with Disney? Or any character art portfolio can be applicable as well? I mean, you're going to have a better chance at getting the job if you make a character that looks like the characters that they make. So, yeah, my advice is to show, because essentially a portfolio is to show the businesses that you have the skills to do the work that they need you to do. That's all the role a portfolio fulfills. So the closer that you can get to showing them that you can do the job that they want you to do, the better chances you're going to have getting that job. So if your portfolio is full of realistic characters and game characters, stuff like that, they're probably going to pass. I'm not saying they will, but most likely. Okay, I want to fill in his... I can give him a tongue too, but... yeah, let's give him a tongue. Actually, let me grab a color. Yep, Dev. Good luck. What's up, sphere mouth? It's probably too big, isn't it? That's a huge sphere. Okay, let me try it again. Maybe like this big. This character seems to have long hair. I don't know what you're talking about. His tongue's sticking out too far. Or are you talking, Mark? Are you talking about when I had the mask on him? See what you're talking about. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Not bad. I did take him darker than I usually do, but he's still kind of light skinned. Looks like he just showed up at new neighbor's barbecue and he's ready. Yep. Give me some of them chicken bones. Chicken wings. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Chicken wings, not chicken bones. Who wants the chicken bones? It's kind of reminiscent of a little Fred Flintstone-ish, right? Okay, so to get to the interior of his mouth, Let's start with this color here. Turn off Sculptris Pro for a minute. Darker. There we go. Gotta love this music. Corbel Blorp. That's a great name. I agree with you. He looks like he's the guy that's running the show, right? Okay. I guess I could just isolate the this mouth interior that I already have. Check it out. Hey, Fred. Hey, Fred. I used to watch Flintstones all the time when I was a kid. Hey Gamba, how you doing? There, it's subtle, but now you can see he's got a little dark mouth interior. And with this tongue, I like to shade from front to, or from back to front. Just put a little bit of a, like that. Yeah, Hawaiian shirt, that'd be pretty good. Then that gives a little ambient occlusion to that tongue, and I like to do it to the teeth as well. Subtle, but it helps. He's so happy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna open his mouth a little bit more. Come on, select it. Okay. Just pull it open just a little bit more. I watched your course showcase video the other day. I love how you care so much about your students. Definitely gonna be buying the course when I get the money. Awesome, Cakester. Thank you so much. I have some student success videos that I've recorded, like 5 of them, that I need to edit and get out there. Hey Cher, how's it going? There we go. Even a bigger smile. Like, yeah. All right, let's give him some, tint his lips red. They look a little yellowish. Just super subtle. Changing the style you do teeth, yeah. He had a branding teacher. Yeah, he does kind of look like a teacher. That's probably too red. I'm gonna kick it back. There we go. Don't want it too red. All right, let's give him a shirt collar. And I'm trying to think of, well, yeah, I like the idea of a Hawaiian shirt. It's just a bit more complex. So I kind of like this pinkish color shirt. Let's go a little pinker. Maybe, I like the pastel pink. There we go. That's funny. Okay. Pink shirt guy. All right. How do we do the collar? Trying to decide how I want to do this collar. I'm probably just going to draw it on. That's what I do most of the time. Yep. He could be a mobster too, huh? Yo, where's my money? Okay. Maybe... I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. We'll see. Do you show how to do the body of characters in your course? Yes. And clothing and accessories and all that stuff. Hair. 3D printing, game characters, how to render it. All the things. Okay. I'm gonna definitely have to clean this up when I'm done. Turn on double so we can see this, and now I gotta clean up this edge. It's a mess. Good job, mess. Yeah, I like to think it's epic. I made the course honestly with the intention of, if I were to start my career all over again, what would I need to know? That's going into it, that's kind of my thinking. And so far it's worked. People enjoy it. Yep, Cakester, take care. Have a good one. Okay, let's do this. I just want to split it here. Well, before I do that, let's pull it out. Start to create the peak. Thanks so much, Neil. Okay, so pull this out. You're not that far. %? What are you talking about, Ryan? Are you signed up? Awesome. Welcome, welcome. All right. Oh, you're 60% of the way through the course. Yeah. And then I just keep making more material, huh? For you to get through. I'm trying to make these weekly challenges to replace the original content. That's the idea. And I don't know if I'm going technically deep enough to do that. So I am going to keep the archive material around in case anybody wants to go through it, but I'm making it with the intention of replacing it. So you should just be able to go through those weekly challenges and learn everything you need to know. That's the idea anyway. Let's see. Transpose, interlude partial. Hey, Augustin, thank you so much. I don't have time to look at people's art while I'm streaming, so I apologize for that, but oh, are you talking about the hair that I made right here? Or you think it should have like even longer hair? Like this music that goes bom 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 bom. Let's see. All right, have to pull those colors around, the points around. Oops, come on. Move. There we go. I'm like, why isn't it moving? It's because it was masked off still. I have a colleague, he wants to be a character artist, therefore he's doing everything to be that. He learned the process, doing all the hard work, but still is character artist poor. Well, honestly, the best thing you can do is get feedback from a professional. If you're just modeling in a box by yourself, you know, with no feedback, then you're not going to get any better. So I suggest that he find some kind of mentoring or pro from somewhere and get feedback from them. And it's really difficult to get feedback from professionals in like forums and stuff like that. Usually you need to find a mentor in some type of program. And speaking of which, I am actually working on, I don't mean to like pimp my stuff, I apologize for that, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm working on an accelerator program where it's exactly that. It's feedback from professionals a few times a week. Should I look for the first one to start with or join the current challenge? What do you mean, Barak? The reason I am doing these challenges is if you're a new student just coming on, start with the very first challenge, week 1. That's your week 1. So you don't have to be with us as I go through this. I'm just doing it live so I can get some feedback from the students that have been in there for a while. You can attend and ask questions, but I would start with week 1. Okay, let's see here. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, Tom, I'm getting there. It's getting close. And I'm going to have some really professional coaches in there, which I'm super excited about. Not just me. I'll be in there too, but. Edge loop complete. I think I'll keep it up there. And let's crease. Well, you know, I think adding thickness to this will help a lot. There we go. I didn't realize this was actually welded in the center, but I think it works okay. Yeah, Tom, again, I appreciate all your feedback. Thanks for the help. I understand the current challenge, the 3D one. Should I complete the first two before I start the current challenge? Yeah, start with the Saturday morning cartoon challenge. If you're in my course right now, start with the Saturday morning cartoon challenge. And you can find that in the forum. Or you can find it under student challenges. If you go down to student challenges, you can find it there. I'm still trying to organize this and put it in its permanent home. I'm actually going to make a new product and put all of the challenges in there in a nice orderly fashion. But for right now, that's where it's at. If you do the dress for animation in shirt or suit collars, how did you do? Always you did shirt attached with collar. Because flip normals happens. Which way is best? It totally depends on your on the workflow that you're going for. Like this is not intended to be animated. So if I was going to animate this, I would build it a different way. I would build it, yeah, with the collar stitched in and then, yeah, like you're talking about. But this is not going to be animated. This is like just for fun. So I'm just putting his collar as a separate piece, floating it on there. And sometimes they'll even, in films, they'll leave the collar separate like this. All right. I used to stitch all my collars in. And now I'm just like, you know what? Kind of waste of time. And get just as good a result just floating the collar above like this. Course is great. Awesome. I appreciate it, Brack. Yeah. And feel free to ask if you have any more questions about it. Or if you can't find the Saturday morning cartoon block out in the course, let me know. I need to get those to a more accessible point. Let's see, I'm going to pull this back like this, I think. And the reason I like to do my collar separate is because I really enjoy non-destructive workflows. Non-destructive meaning I can go in there and change it anytime I want. And I do. And if it was attached, I would have a much more difficult time editing this collar because it would be attached. So I like it not attached. Okay. Makes me laugh. How do modeling systems work in ZBrush? That's a huge question that I don't have time to answer right now. I apologize, but if you're looking for traditional polygon modeling, I would look into this Z Modeler brush. Just look for tutorials on YouTube for Z Modeler, and you can, especially by Michael Pavlovich, he goes over polygon modeling with the Z Modeler brush quite a bit in his videos. So That should be a good resource for you. Okay, let's get into his hair. How far are we into this? An hour and 11 minutes? Okay. I want to give him a little bit of fur on his chinny chin, so maybe I'll do that first. Let's save it first. Aha. I just got a message saying my resin is here. Nice. For my printer. Where did my... Oh, there's my chat. Okay, I lost my chat. Ooh, Neil, thank you. Yes. That's all you needed to know? Okay, awesome. Okay, let's see here. I was going to do... Sorry, I got distracted. Going to put a little beard on him. Little fur. What am I printing first? Actually, I'm thinking about printing my my pen holder as my logo that I made. I'm wanting to print that again at a smaller size. My friend Jake, he printed out a version of my pen holder. He printed out quite large, and I want to see if I can get away with making it smaller. And I actually have it loaded up right now. It's right here. You can see it. So this is my logo for my workshop. This is supposed to be me as a bear. And then, hey Lewis, I'm not Ian, but hello. I'm actually Shane. Somebody missed their stream time, and so the names got messed up. But you can see this is a Wacom pen holder for a Wacom pen. And ZBrush ships with this pen holder, so you can build stuff around a pen holder. So if you open up the Lightbox by hitting comma, and you can see under this Wacom folder, right here, there are pens and holders that you can start with, and just, you can print out your own pen holder. So I decided to make a 3D version of my logo and make it into a pen holder. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's what I want to print. Okay, so we have this little beard. Yeah, I printed it's too big though. I printed a copy. Like here's a part of it, you can kind of see. If I go full screen. Hi. So he's missing his face. This is just a piece because it has a key on the bottom, and these lights are a bit bright. But this is how big. It's pretty big. Anyway. Yeah. But I did print my Yoda. Well, Jake printed it for me, but here's my Yoda if you want to see it. Not Yoda. It's Grogu of Child. It's the little one. See this? Yeah, so I'm gonna be painting him soon, hopefully. And then yeah, and then I printed Kate from my course. Yeah, I'm still working on sanding and getting rid of the supports on her. Anyway, a lot of fun. One that sticks to the Cintiq keeps falling off with no added weights. I don't know what you're talking about, Pete. I'm using Formlabs, so Form 2 and Form 3. Okay. Let's go to fiber mesh. No, I'm not giving these away. They're too expensive. Let's see, fiber mesh. Magnetic one that sticks to the side. Oh, I don't, Yeah, I'm not sure. Are you talking about the remote, the Wacom remote? I don't use that. I just use my keyboard. Let's do preview. That's a mess. Okay. Just a little bit. I like to hide my mask so I can't see it when I'm working on this stuff. It kind of throws me off a little bit. View mask. There we go. It's looking a little better. Fiber mesh. There we go. Segments, profile. Don't like the length. Variations too much. Maybe 0.3. Oh, I have just the regular pen holder, this thing right here. It's just like a little cup that sits by the side of my desk. It's not magnetic or anything. It just sits there. So I don't have any magnetic pen holders or anything. Yeah. Is it difficult to place fonts on the surface of an object like the ones you showed us? So yeah, it's a little tricky. You can use a Z plugin called Text 3D to vector shapes. That's what I made. I rebuilt my logo using that and the font that I used to make my logo with. So I rebuilt that in 3D, and then I just used the modifiers under the gizmo, the bend curve modifier, to manually curve it around and bend it to fit my base. So I didn't do anything super tricky. I just made it and then bent it. Unless your Cintiq is very old. It's about 2 years old. It's a 27-inch Cintiq. I found with my Wacom remote that if I wipe the back on my shirt and clean off the dust, it stays on the Wacom. I'll have to try that, Frank. I have to find it again. It's like, it's hidden off somewhere. Let's see, coverage. I don't know why these are longer. Okay, let's see. Doesn't have noise. Huh. What if you added the concept artist base name to a base for this? Oh, you totally could. Except for that bear is it's a mix between my design and my friend Jason Kim's design. It's actually Jason Kim's design to start with, and then I kind of modified it quite a bit. Let's see, twist variations. Don't want any twist. No revolve. Tangent. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out why the heck these are like long right there. Each tangent? No. Length. Let me just mess with max fibers again, maybe. I seriously don't know why these are longer. That's just weird me out. Like, why? Can you do the top of the hair? Yeah, I could. I don't think it has any, because it's mirrored. It's like symmetrical, so I would think it would have something over here if it was like that. But let me just open the fiber mesh up right here and see if I can get rid of it just by picking something else. Yay! Oh goodness. I can never remember like what fibers I like to use. Short wavy, maybe something like this. Yeah, so ZBrush ships with a lot of, look, it's still doing that longish. Look on this side, it's still longish. I don't know why it's doing that. That's really strange. Had good practice, posted some clean topo. Oh, nice. Did you accidentally hit with Sculptress or something? A little dense spot? Oh, that might be it. All right, Ryan, you might be onto something here. He looked like the lead singer of, oh, I can't remember the band. Look at this. Oh, this is, okay. Yep, you're right, Ryan. It's got some weird groups. Look at that. It's got some different things. So let's just do a mirror and weld on it. That'll fix it. That's strange. I don't know why it was doing that. Well, I do now. I don't know where that came from. Okay, let's try this again. How did you do low poly hair like real hair? Disturb. Yeah, kind of like Disturb. Is like get that. I was thinking of a different 90s grunge band. He's bald. Can't remember. Okay, let's try this again. That's too funny. Look, it's like green and brown. So many hairs. I'm gonna start with this one. Look at that, just a big waterfall, a chin waterfall. To render the fiber mesh in Keyshot, it makes the render naturally a good way to find the file. ZBrush through bridge without any special configuration Keyshot. Yeah, so so you can render fiber mesh over in Keyshot, and it works out really well actually. Kind of fun. Yeah, barbershop needed. Be less gravity. Fewer strands. It's fun to mess with fiber mesh. They're like twisted. That's fun. Yeah, I just want little ones. Why didn't you start the model from scratch? I did start the model from scratch. So this is my second live stream. So I modeled it 2 weeks ago. I started it 2 weeks ago. So this is it's been 3 hours and 24 minutes and I started from scratch. Okay, let's see. Turning off view mask. Yeah, I don't mind that. Just little bits of squiggly hairs. Except for I want to bring the mask up a little bit more over here. Yep, no worries. There we go. That's better. Maybe a few more hairs. And then less gravity. There we go. If you know that your model will go onto Maya, would you still bring the hair from ZBrush? You can use the curves inside Maya if you're going to be doing a curve maker. You know, like it just depends on what you're wanting to do with it. I usually don't use fiber mesh, honestly, because I like to 3D print my stuff, and this would not 3D print at all. It would just get lost. But I'm doing it today just for rendering purposes. It's a lot of fun. But I'm just going to hit accept on this, and we're good to go. Because I like to change it up and show you guys different things, like how fiber mesh works, stuff like that. Okay, let's mess with his hair, like his up here. What I like to do is duplicate it. Is that little beard really good there? I don't know. You be the judge. I like it. Okay. Line. I want orbs, cracks. He looks like the kind of guy with fiber mesh brows. Yeah, like I should give him fiber mesh. Yeah. I'll probably add a little more detail to his brows, but probably not fiber mesh. Okay, why? Oh, because I duplicated it, that's why. Forgot to hide the original. Oh, nice. Ryan, that's cool. Can we make UVs easily in ZBrush? If they're, yeah, you can. There's a UV master plugin. So I would look that up again. Like if you want tutorials on it, just look up UV master in YouTube and you can find it. Okay, I think I want to fill this with more dense polygons. And I'm going to fill it with a different color while I work on it. Just so I can see it better. Okay, and I can use Tessimate to fill it. There we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, where's my brush? B-O, orbs flatten, orbs cracks. There we go. I love this orbs cracks brush. When you UV a character, what sort of map do you tend to start with? Planar, cylindrical, or auto? I usually unwrap, since my characters are so organic. I don't use, like, I just unwrap it. Mark my seams, unwrap, usually. Okay, I'm gonna change this over to ZBrush gray so I can see it. I'll fill it with white so I can see it even better. Okay. I'm just kind of blocking this out a little bit. Trying to cut this in so it looks like it's hair starting from his head going back. You want to try and get it uneven if you can. Talk fan, if it comes to that, I'll usually try some kind of procedural noise on it. You know what? I like this, so I'm gonna flip it and mirror it. If I can get it on both sides, and then I'll fix the center because I'm liking how this is looking. Even though it's symmetrical. I was referencing printing fibers. I didn't think the teeth would show up. Resin printing seems to get a lot of the ultra fine details. The teeth are really not far off of a 3D fiber. Yeah, for sure. I'm always surprised how well some of those pieces will print. Especially if you build them so they're aiming upwards, so they don't have any supports on them. You can get some really fine details. Looks too symmetrical. It's hard to make things not symmetrical. Let's see. Because as a human, your tendency is to make everything even. So I usually find hair quite difficult because I'm fighting that urge to make everything even. I actually did some tight curl hair on the stream, probably like last year or something. It's been a while, but that's how I did that hair, is just with noise. Usually where you cross the center, you want it to be kind of off, overlapping. Gosh dang it. I think I'll leave that just plain like that. I like everything except for this right here. I don't know what that's doing, so smooth it back out and try it again. I can also come in with pinch too. Kind of tighten some of these, tighten some graphics. Gotta be careful because it will grab some of the neighboring geometry when I do this. Thanks so much. I was wondering if somebody would get that joke. I'm gonna go tighten up the graphics on level 3. That was an inside jokes for the longest time. So there was this ad out there. Was it in the 90s for some community college? And you could obviously tell that they had no idea what they were talking about. And it was these kids playing games. And some, I can't even remember for what college. About 2004, okay. These kids playing some games and their boss comes in, they're like, "Are you almost done with that level or something?" And he's like, "I just got to tighten up the graphics on level 3 and then we're done." And they're in there playing. Oh my gosh. It's like, yep, that's how video games are made. Oh. You won't really see his hair from the back too much, but sometimes it's kind of fun to work it. Thanks, Lewis. I'm not going to sit and read all of that, but thank you. Yep, I like how they're taking the mini to the next level. It's great. Okay. Now that we kind of have his hair sort of decent, let's color it. Grab this color. And I want to give him some kind of gray on the sides. I went a little too deep on this one. And I hope you got to see Paul Gabry. He did a demo of ZBrush Core Mini, I think not too long ago. And all the stuff you can do. So now you can use the insert multi-mesh Dynamesh stuff inside of ZBrush Core Mini, I believe. So you can do, like, insert those eyes and mouths and all that kind of stuff. Lots of fun. Okay, I don't have the shape of his hair like I want it yet. It's getting there. I really want those straight edges. David has in his concept. I really wanted to get those in there. It's feeling a little better. Oh, you found you found the tighten up the graphics? Is that the video? Thanks, Lewis. Appreciate it. Thinking of joining a character workshop. Do you have any places open right now? Yeah, it's open all the time. It's a lifetime access, learn at your own pace. So videos with feedback, essentially. And we're in kind of a weird spot right now with, because I'm doing new training. So I'm not doing the Q&A sessions as often as I used to for the moment. Because the Q&A sessions have turned into live training instead. So now's a really good time to join. If you're thinking about it. Okay, let's dust his hair with some grays. Awesome. I'd love to have you in there. Free ice cream on Sundays. I wouldn't go that far, Tom. Yeah, I mentioned that the beard's too complicated to print. I'm not going to print this guy. Yep, adding some wisdom. All right. It's funny, David Boudreau, the guy who drew this, is he's an amazing concept artist, caricature artist. Yeah, just all around really skilled feller. And he makes Muppets, like fan art Muppets. Love to have him make me one someday. Okay. I want to add a little more detail to these brows here. Okay. Let's apply this. What are you talking about, Ryan? Of my bear? Thanks, Alec. Appreciate it. Just adding in some detail. Oh, a Muppet of my bear. That would be awesome, but no. Yeah, I should. That's not a bad idea. Yep, A-Cube's coming. She can sense it. She can smell it. This music cracks me up. Oops. Yes, these are symmetrical, but that's okay. Yeah, too. You know what? It's funny. I always thought about doing like a gaming live stream, but as a puppet, you know. I'd embarrass my kids too much and they would never talk to me again. And got to get some in his beard. Let's see, X. Just on the sides. There we go. Not bad, not bad. I should turn on screen space AO. The quality a little bit, the intensity a little bit. There, super subtle, but you can kind of see the ambient occlusion underneath his collar and stuff. Then maybe we can fill his eyes with toy plastic. Let's see. And then we'll pose him just a little bit. Let's see, we got like 10 minutes left, maybe? Okay. Yeah, ventriloquist. I'd be off the I wouldn't do a ventriloquist because I can't do it. I would be off screen and do it Muppet style, where you can't see me. You could just see the Muppet. That'd be hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna turn. I want to turn his eyes to make him look. Bring his tongue down just a little bit. So he's kind of look like he's going, like, eh. All right, let's make him look to the side here. We'll turn off symmetry. I'm gonna move this one just a little bit more. Does he have a little ridge? No, I can put that in though. Good call. I'm gonna turn off symmetry for that one. Let's put it in. There we go. He's got his little dimples. I feel like this is too thick between his eyes right here. Maybe bring that down. It's too round or something. Look how dense that is. Holy cow. I wonder what's being so slow. All right. Let's make it not that dense. There we go. I'm like, why is it taking so long? All right. So does he look like he's looking at you? Let's see. Let's bring his eye in a little bit. So it's not so buggy. All right, I gotta skip this song. Sorry, the da 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 was getting a little heavy. Okay, and this his iris is sticking out so far. Look at that. Burp. That's better. Okay. It's looking pretty good, I think. Let's turn his head. Something as simple as a head turn will make him come to life so much better. It's crazy. Okay, so let's just pose him really quick. Let's save this as another one. Looks angry when he's all no color. Okay, let's see. And at this point, I should have Z-remeshed him. There's a puppet gamer, Benny Fitz. I've not heard of that guy. That's pretty funny though, Benny Fitz. And blur that out. Where's my gizmo? There it is, way down there. Get up here. Is it any good? If I may ask, when I export document in JPEG, my resolution is garbage? Yeah, you want to make... I don't usually do that. I usually render in a different program, but you can change your document resolution right here. And you can also double it right here. So you can double it and then redraw your model out and then zoom out so you can see the actual canvas size after you double it. And then that will kind of get you to where you want to be as far as resolution goes. Otherwise, it's just going to render out whatever resolution is in that document right there. Yep. Okay. I'm rotating the body so I can keep the symmetry in his head. There we go. So if I turn it so the camera's like this, let's turn on perspective. He looks like a creepy guy, like a... I don't know. Now it feels like I have his hair too tall, and yeah, there's some things I want to do. Pull this chin out more. Neck. Sorry, this is stuff I usually do when I'm not live streaming, is polishing, and it takes quite a bit of concentration, so sorry if I go a little bit quiet. Oh, he uses like the puppet's hands. That's awesome. Pull this out. I'm gonna bring this up higher. Okay. It's not perfect, but save, autosave. I love and hate autosave. I love it because it saves my life. But I hate it because it's like interrupting cow. Okay, let's see. All right. This is the fun part. Watch it go push back into where I just posed it to. All right, I'm gonna save this camera position. Trying to remember where it's at. Draw. There, save it right there. Okay. And then I want to just adjust his pupils a little bit more. Now he looks googly. That's hilarious. He's like, derp. Here, let me do auto groups. I just want to move his eye just a little bit like this. From any other direction, they feel like super Google-eyed. I feel like I need to make the actual eyeballs in his head larger, so they're not so Google-eyed and weird. I'm gonna move them back because they're not working out as much as I'd want them to. Yeah, he's like, hey, welcome. You can go ahead and put your salad down right over here. Why is the iris a different subtool from the eye? Just because I made it that way so I can adjust it easily. I make eyes all different ways. And for this time, I decided to make his pupils separate. There we go. All right. I think that's going to be it, even though he's kind of Google-eyed. Push this over just a little bit more. So it works okay from this angle only. All right. Well, awesome. Well, thanks guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today and watching me work through this guy. He's been a lot of fun. And if you want to see the previous episode, it's up on the Pixologic YouTube channel. Just do a search for Shane Olson, Pixologic, and you'll see all of my past live streams. I have a whole bunch of them up there. And as always, I give away my brushes for free in this user interface. If you're interested in that, you can go grab that over at 3D Character Workshop. It's right above my head. 3dcharacterworkshop.com. You can go check that out. And I also teach an online course called the 3D Character Workshop. So if you want to learn how to do characters like this one, check it out. Feel free to join us. It's a really, really good time to join. I'm adding brand new content as we speak. Every other week, I'm adding brand new content. So, and the content has been 3 hours long each so far, and I've done it for three weeks worth. So, yeah, a lot of brand new content. It's been a lot of fun. So Thank you, everyone. Thanks for hanging out, and we will catch you next Monday. Until then, happy sculpting. Take care, and we'll see you later.